Yeah, I'll make the motion.
Okay, I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Santa Fe Public School Board of Education, September 12th, 2024 at 5 p.m. We'll start with our Pledge of Allegiance and salute to the New Mexico flag, the acknowledgement of public land, and then approval of the agenda. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Juro fidelidad a la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América y a la república que representa una nación bajo Dios, indivisible, con libertad y justicia para todos. I salute the flag of the state of New Mexico, the Zia symbol of perfect friendship among united cultures. Saludo la bandera del Estado de Nuevo México, el símbolo Zia de amistad perfecta entre culturas unidas. Okay, our acknowledgement of tribal land.
Keep it right there, we can read it on ours.
We can, okay.
Yep. There we go.
We acknowledge that our Board of Education meeting is taking place on occupied indigenous land. We acknowledge the Tesuque Pueblo lands and other tribal lands on which we stand. We honor these people, past, present, and future. We acknowledge the history and ongoing colonization of where we are sitting right now, New Mexico, in our country. We acknowledge our own place in the story of colonization. Okay, item D, approval of the agenda. Are there any changes, Superintendent?
Thank you, and good evening, Board President Abeta, members of the board, those in the audience. I would like to suggest one change, please. The board announcements and follow-ups, the swearing in of board member Lynn Heffron to follow school board showcase and to be prior to the public forum.
Okay, then are there any other changes to the agenda from the board? Then can I have a motion to amend the agenda?
President Abeta, I move to approve the agenda with the noted change.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so the next item is executive session. Secretary Gonzalez.
I move that we move, I want to make a motion that we move into executive session to discuss the purchase, acquisition, and disposal of real property.
I will
Okay,
second that.
we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. So we will be back by 5:30, correct? Yep. Okay.
I didn't know whether I was supposed to go up or not. Because I know you do something. Sometimes they fix it.
I don't know what I did with it. My email I printed off.
Okay. It's senior year, so it's a little busy, but. We're all hard schools, but I'm looking for like a smaller hard school, so I could like get more money. Cause like I come from low income background, so then I'm gonna try and do Westbridge. Westbridge is a non-profit that matches like students with colleges for free. They're a bunch of like school partners.
I've got two more.
so I will entertain a motion to come out of executive session where we discuss the purchase, acquisition, or disposal of real estate. Dr. Gonzalez.
Yes, I move us out of executive session, and I'll repeat what you just said, where we discuss the purchase, acquisition, and disposal of real property.
Okay, we have a motion. Can I have a second?
I second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so that moves us on to our agenda, item 3, introduction of interpreter.
Thank you, Board President Abeta, members of the board, those in the audience. Please make introductions of our interpreter, Deputy Superintendent Romero. Thank you.
Para asistencia de traducción en español, la señora Rivera te ayudará.
Okay, so let's, item number 4 is our school board showcase, and our first school is Nava Elementary.
Thank you, Board President Abeta. Making introductions tonight is Assistant Superintendent Kathy Casaus.
Good evening. Board President Abeta, board members, and Superintendent Chavez. Tonight's first presentation will showcase our students from NAVA, and I am honored to introduce Principal Justin Hunter.
Welcome, Principal Hunter.
Thank you. Good evening, Board President Abeta, esteemed board members, Superintendent Chavez, and SFPS Leadership Cabinet. I appreciate you allowing me to take some time this evening to showcase what we're doing. At Nava Elementary, we're a very small school, and we tend to go unnoticed to some level. And today I'm so excited to show you some of the things that we're doing, something that really I think separates us from other schools, not just in Santa Fe Public Schools, but honestly, quite frankly, across the state and possibly even country. We have a class that we started with our students called Innovation Nation. In this class, our students work on their technology skills. They work on 21st century skills, skills that relate to coding, robotics, digital citizenship, among other things. And so I brought some examples of some of the things that the kids have done. They have 3D printed zozobras in honor of the 100th anniversary. This is something that one of our 5th graders did this year. This is another zozobra that a 3rd grader had done. And then we have a Thunderbird that one of our 1st graders had created, as our mascot is the Thunderbirds. Our students in pre-K through 6th grade take part in this course. Without further ado, I do have a video that I shared that I think will speak much more than my humble, method. So without further ado, thank you.
Nación de innovación. Ha aumentado nuestro pensamiento computacional, creatividad y habilidades de codificación. Innovation Nation has increased our computational thinking, creativity, and coding skills.
Skills will help me problem solve, and Scratch will help me get a better career. With our master buddies, we build and craft, and with our master buddies, they help us. to get a stable job in the future. We love Innovation Nation!
Obviously, there's a lot of heart and soul in what the kids at Nava do. I just wanted to say thank you again for allowing me to present the things that we're doing. I just appreciate all the support that all the schools get from you. So thank you so much and have a good evening.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Does the board want to make any comments?
I just wanted to say that's super awesome. Really impressive, and we appreciate you sharing it with us.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. There's some really great things in store in the future. So
I just want to say that the hands-on stuff that you're doing is wonderful for kids. So thank you.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
I just want to add, when we were able to present embargoed student data and outcomes, we'll have Justin present because there's some really amazing data and outcomes coming from his school. So great job, Mr. Hunter.
Thank you so much again. Have a good evening.
Okay. So that brings us to the Santa Fe High School Choir.
Thank you, Board President Abeyta. Making introductions tonight is our District Fine Arts Coordinator, Christina Gonzalez.
Good evening, Board President Abeyta, members of the board, Superintendent Chavez. It is my honor to introduce Choral Director Caleb Heaton, who teaches choir at Santa Fe High School, and he'll be introducing his choral group. Caleb also is reviving the choir program at Aspen Community School. He earned a bachelor's degree from Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota. And while at Concordia, he toured Germany and the southwestern United States with the internationally acclaimed Concordia Choir. After graduating in 2017, Caleb moved down to Santa Fe with his partner Emily, where he started his formal teaching career at Ortiz Middle School. In 2021 and 2022, Caleb was nominated as New Mexico's up-and-coming Teacher of the Year by the North Central New Mexico Music Educators Association, and he is currently serving as the Vice President of the Choral Chapter of NCNMMEA. So without further ado, I give you Choral Director Caleb Heaton.
Thank you very much for having us today. We are going to be singing Star Spangled Banner by Francis Scott Keys, and I have a student, Annalisa Montoya, who would like to speak real quickly about her experience in the choir program at Santa Fe High School.
Good evening. My name is Annalisa Montoya. I'm currently a senior here at Santa Fe High School, and this would be my second year joining the Santa Fe High Demon Choir, although I have been singing since I was about 3 years old. I would have to say that my favorite thing about choir is really getting to experience how music brings us all together as a great community. This I know by just the amazing trips that we get to take together, just to get to know everybody as a person, to really get to know their hearts. I've learned over the last 4 years just in general that no matter your race, gender, ethnicity, or even the clique that you might abide to in this school, music gives us the opportunity to come together and really have an effect on our community. So we thank you for giving us this chance to present for you guys.
What so proudly
That was amazing. I have a lot of musicians in my families and singers, and while we hear that song a lot, they tell me it is a very difficult song to sing. And you guys, that was amazing.
Y'all nailed it. You have voices of angels, and I just thank you for gracing us with that beauty tonight.
That was fantastic. I know a few of you out there who've been singing for a few years now with Santa Fe Choir, so welcome back. And it was great. It was fantastic. Thank you.
And one last thing, I just appreciate what you said about different cliques, because we all know in high school there are different cliques, but something like chorus bringing them all together. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you for participating in our choir. Okay, so move on to our agenda, the next item, and you're welcome to stay for the rest of the meeting if you all like, but but we'd understand if you do get up and leave also. But right now, we have the pleasure of swearing in our new District 5 Board member, Lynn Heffron.
Thank you, Board President Abeyta. We'll join Board Member Heffron. They're on the floor, and she has a special guest swearing her in, Meredith Minichum. So if you could... Menchum. Come join us. I have the oath of office, and then we'll sign afterwards and start to make sure that you are official.
Follow the superintendent.
Put my right hand on the Bible.
There you go.
Yes.
You turn this way to the microphone. There.
Turn this way
There
to the
you go.
microphone. I want you to know I'm putting a hand on a Bible that my family's had for 202 years. That's why it's falling apart. So.
It's very beautiful.
But thank you. I, Lynn Gardner Heffron, do affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of New Mexico. And to the best of my ability, I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of the public office which I am about to enter.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, I get to sign. Oh, dear. Okay, thank you.
Do you want me to sign as witness? Or?
Okay, congratulations and welcome again officially to the Santa Fe Public School Board of Education. So we're on board announcements and follow-up. We'll just continue to stay on this item. Is there anything else from the board under announcements and follow-up? No? Okay, so that'll conclude item number 8, but we will now come back to item number 5, public forum.
Thank you, Board President Abeyta. Members of the board, taking us through public forum tonight is our Director of Communications, Mr. Joe Abeyta.
Okay, so we have one person signed in that'd like to participate in public forum. So I want to go over the public forum ground rules. Number 1, public forum includes online and or virtual participation as needed, as well as in-person comments when the board holds in-person meetings. Please listen and speak with respect. No uncivil conduct will be permitted. Please do not discuss any specific student who is not your own. No sharing of time. Self-monitor and observe the 3-minute time limit. I will give you a 30-second warning when your time is almost up. Public commentary and dialogue are allowed only during the public forum, not throughout the meeting. Please search for answers on common ground. You may speak on any topic, whether it is on the agenda or not. Your input will be taken into consideration. Please be advised that the board may discuss your issue during the meeting, but by law, The board cannot take action or items that are not on the agenda. And lastly, please do not discuss employee matters which may result in disciplinary action. Instead, notify the employee's supervisor, the Human Resources Department, or the superintendent. So with that, I'd like to bring up our public forum speaker, Alette Hansen.
Are you going to give me a phone to monitor, or should I grab my own?
I'm sorry?
We'll monitor.
I'll monitor.
You'll monitor?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good evening, distinguished board members, Superintendent Chavez, and the Santa Fe community. My name is Alette Hansen, and I am the student body president at Santa Fe High School. I am here today for two reasons. One, to watch our amazing choir absolutely kill that performance of the Star Spangled Banner. You guys are amazing, and thank you all for being my friends. But beyond that, I'm here to address concerns that have been voiced to me at Santa Fe High School. First and foremost, parking. It is mind-boggling how a school and a district that places such a strong emphasis on attendance does not provide its students with every resource they need to get to school. This can be amended by opening up the parking lot by the football field or down by Serengo. Now, I am aware of the challenges with fire routes, infrastructure, and staffing, but this isn't just a want for students. This is a need to ensure equity of education and access. Unfortunately, a remaining issue from last year continues to be our grading system. Now, most of us understand the basic concept of standards-based grading a little better, but there are new wrinkles every day. It is still exhausting for students and teachers. It's too volatile and, frankly, an inaccurate depiction of how students are doing. The system that has been developed at this point is so far removed from the original concept of standards-based grading that the shift was basically pointless. Worse yet, the memo that I have received from many faculty members around Santa Fe High is that communication from the district has stopped. That is unacceptable. Beyond this, I would like to share some more concerns that students have communicated with me. I've heard people say that there isn't enough food in the cafeteria for everyone. I've heard that students, regardless of whether or not this is district policy or not, have gotten dress coded wearing tank tops in 90-degree weather. I have heard stories of teachers not letting students use the restroom, even though our passing periods are 5 minutes on a campus that is sprawling. And worse yet, I have heard students tell me that Santa Fe High School feels like a prison because people get too aggressive with their students. I don't want to have to hear a single one of these stories. 30 seconds. I was elected by the student body to be their voice on these issues. Santa Fe High is in dire need of improvement. We need parking, we need fair grading. Most of all, we need students to be met where they are at and given every opportunity to learn and feel safe at school. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Okay, is that it for public forum, Mr. Beta?
That concludes public forum, President Abeyta.
Thank you. Okay, item number 6 is our union update. Do we have an update from the union today?
Thank you, Board President DeBeta, members of the board. I do not see our union president here, so no union update this evening.
Okay, so then we're on to student board members' announcements and follow-up. Anything from Board Member Park or Board Member Robbins?
No, but I will cover for our board member from Capitol High School, Erin. She seems to be out, so I'll start with the Capitol High School announcements.
Great.
So, Capitol High School is looking forward to their open house on September 18th. They also look forward to offering a new dual credit course on campus this spring. Ms. Maxwell's business communication course will be a dual credit course second semester. We are connecting seniors and juniors with the Student Success Agency, which is a support for college and career readiness. Homecoming is the week of September 16th, and Gear Up Week is the week of September 23rd. Here are announcements for Santa Fe High School, which is where I go to school. Santa Fe High School's Back to School Open House was hosted this Wednesday. It was successful with many parents being able to meet all of our teachers and staff. Santa Fe High School had its first club fair this year with over 10 clubs participating and having pop-up tables. Our school offers a wide selection of clubs such as Sexuality and Gender Acceptance, Botany, Art, Model United Nations, and Science Bowl. As of this girls' volleyball season, Santa Fe High School is currently 3-0, winning against Farmington, Mayumura, and Rio Rancho. Be on the lookout for college coming to Santa Fe. Selma Career Plaza is back on campus and will help you navigate the college application process. Wednesday, the University of Washington St. Louis gave students in the library an informational session on how to put their best foot forward and what they look for. Advanced placement results came out during the summer. Santa Fe High's pass rate for all AP exams was above the national average by over 20%. Many classes had a MODA of 5 and a pass rate of 90%. Thank you to our advanced placement program staff.
And I'll read the announcements for ECO, Desert Sage, and Mandela, where I go to school. ECO's dual credit signups for ECO at SFCC have 12 students, grades 9 through 12, in 35 classes, earning a total of 128 college credits in 4 departments, 6 students in welding, 3 in auto tech, 2 students in criminal justice, and 1 in studio arts. At ECO, they're still registering a few students, and they currently have 25 to 26 students in computer science, each earning 3 college credits, 14 to 19 in greenhouse, each earning 4 college credits, 5 students taking dual credit at both ECO and the Santa Fe Community College, which brings them to between 33 and 36% of the student body enrolled in dual credit courses. For Desert Sage students have had a great turnout of students scheduling sessions for credit recovery options. And at Mandela, we hosted a back-to-school night on Wednesday, September 4th. We had a large turnout of parents eager to meet their teachers. All 10th grade students enjoyed attending the Bill McKibben Assembly at Capitol High last Friday. We are holding our joint PTA community meeting today, September 12th, where Santa Fe Public Schools facilities will share building plans for the Mandela remodel. Our design teacher has led students through the process of analyzing the building plans, and they are excited to share their insights. Mandela will hold its annual PTA barbecue on Friday, September 20th. The afternoon will begin with a college fair after school in the gym. The PTA barbecue begins at 5 p.m. and you are all invited. Mandela will host a regional Model United Nations conference on Saturday, September 21st. And finally, Mandela 11th and 12th grade students have organized a peer tutoring program for students in grades 7 through 9 on our early release day, Thursday. Parents and students have been grateful for this opportunity.
Great, thank you. Okay, so that brings us to our superintendent announcements and follow-up.
Thank you, Board President Abeyta. I have a lot of little short ones, but it's great to hear from our student board members. Welcome back. Hope you had a great summer and a great start to the school year. The first month has went pretty quickly for us all. Hopefully you guys as well. You're both seniors this year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. So we'll get to see you cross that stage, hand you your diploma, and shake your hands. And it's great to hear that the AP scores are 20% above the national average with standards-based instruction implemented. So that's something for us as a district to look at and see the correlation between the two. Again, just want to mention and really thank the Board of Education, our HR department, who's sitting in the back. We're at an all-time low as far as teacher vacancies. Just checked as of Thursday of last week, roughly we have about 850 teachers, in the district, and we have 22 vacancies. The national average is 16 to 20%. And so just doing the math, you're looking at low single digits. So again, want to thank you guys for all the support, district staff, HR department, because it does make a difference when we're trying to provide high quality instruction for our students to have a certified teacher in those classrooms. We've taken the last week to onboard our new board member. I know we've thrown a lot at you. We appreciate you listening to us and understanding, and I hope your head doesn't hurt too much, but thank you for being a willing partner to meet with us and really listen to the departments that got to present some information to you.
Well, you're right. My brain is sort of exploding right about now, but I've been thrilled to meet with 4 schools, thanks to Vanessa taking me around to 4 schools that are in my district, 3 to go. And meeting with legal and your team as well to explain systems to me. It's been a systems analysis week, shall we say. Thank you.
And also on a different note, as you remember, I don't think the student board members were here, but the Santa Fe High Band came to show us their new uniforms. I did attend a couple games. They are sharp on the field. They look amazing. Do you agree? They look great. Yeah. So again, just one of these evenings, if you can make it out to one of their performances, please do so. A lot of construction going on in the district. I just want to name a few. We have ongoing construction probably for the next school year at Ortiz Middle School, HVAC renovation. That's going to take some time. It's costly, but it's much needed. That is something that we haven't taken lightly, not only during remote learning, but when we returned. HVAC systems are still being upgraded. Highest filters available in all of those systems. We have, room, air purifiers. So the maintenance and the cleaning still has not stopped. We know that there is still a spread of diseases, COVID one of them. And so again, want to thank Deputy Superintendent Wagner and her team for the upkeep and making sure that we're still staying above the state requirements. So that is something that we have celebrated now for the 4th or 5th year, that not only do we meet, but we also exceed the state requirements. Oh, just to name a few of the other ones, I don't know if you guys have seen that, but Capitol High has a wonderful practice field just on the south end of their football field, much needed for a very, very long time. Cesar Elementary has a brand new turf playground field, AstroTurf, and Sweeney Elementary is getting installed as we speak. So again, a lot of improvements around the district, and again, much needed. Just want to talk about the smooth operation and want to thank the operations department, the curriculum department, and our newest assistant superintendent, because we have done a lot of work with the transition of EJ and Chaparral into one school. So want to thank Assistant Superintendent Sena for really leading the charge and working with both principals. It's been very smooth. I haven't heard of, and usually when I get a call, it's a complaint, and I have not heard of any yet at that site. So want to thank you guys all for that. And then last but not least, I briefly mentioned this, probably early summer, maybe, the School Heroes Program. Board President Abeta and I met with an individual who graduated from Poake, who's the CEO out of, I think, a nonprofit in LA. We are the second district in the nation to be adopted by this organization. The first district was LA Unified. We are the second district in the nation. We rolled out the first school yesterday at ECO. They are the first school to be adopted. The plan is to adopt all schools in our district. And I'll share with you guys a video, but it's a wonderful, wonderful program. All employees at that school site have the opportunity to access up to $2,500. It's not a loan. They do not have to pay it. To pay for emergencies. If their car breaks down, if rent is due, medical emergencies, refrigerator, right? They have the opportunity to now apply with this organization to get that covered. Each and every year, the clock resets. So if they applied and got approved this year, a calendar year from now, they are approved to reapply. So again, want to thank Board President Abeta and CEO Wade Trimmer, if I remember his last name correctly. Also, our point of contact here in New Mexico is New Mexico Representative Cristina Ortez. And so we've been working closely with her as she's part of the organization now. But we were there at the rollout. Again, it's a slow rollout. We'll be doing the high schools first and then start moving into middle schools and elementary. So very fortunate, very lucky, but also another incentive as to why to work for Santa Fe Public Schools, right? And that does conclude my updates. Thank you.
Thank you, Superintendent. So that brings us to our action items on the agenda. The first is our consent items. We have 5 items under consent. Are there any questions or comments regarding any of those items? Can I have a motion to approve the consent items?
I move approval of the consent agenda.
Okay, we have a motion. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, action item B is Resolution 2024-25-2, the New Mexico Department of Transportation, DOT, Local Government Road Fund.
Thank you, Board President Abeta. As you can see on your screen, each and every year, the district, as all other districts, work with the Department of Transportation to identify paving projects. As you can see, this project will be for the Santa Fe High South End, the loading dock, and also the Busy Bugs Head Start. Again, this is paving. It covers about 75% of the total cost. We will kick in the additional 25%. And again, the cost implications are an estimate of about $39,000 on our behalf. The state of New Mexico will cover the other 75%, which will, roughly be $80,000. So we ask for approval of the NMDOT Local Government Road Fund Resolution.
Questions or comments?
President Abeta?
Yes.
Could we just look at rows 19 and 20? Those aren't, I'm not sure if there's a typo or if I'm just not understanding the wording
On what?
on
One
the
second.
actual resolution,
Let me look.
lines 19 and 20.
1 second.
That's the Santa Fe Public Schools will pay all costs which exceed the total amount of 72,000, so we're expected to come up with 21,744 because that's what we think is going to exceed the 72,000.
Correct.
Okay. It just wasn't
You have to
making
read
sense
it a
me the way
couple
I
of
was reading
times.
it,
I
but-
had to read it a few times.
Okay.
Because it may, at first when I looked at it, I said, we
Okay,
gotta pay.
as long as it's correct and that is what it is, then I will make a motion to approve this resolution.
Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Okay, so that brings us to board discussion and possible action. We need to make appointments to our board committee representatives, and we've got our audit committee. Currently, we have one vacancy, and Vice President Noble is the other audit committee member. So we have to make an appointment this evening to the audit committee. CRC, we have two members, myself and Board Member Bozay. I would like to stay on CRC. I don't know about Board Member Bozay.
I would very much like to stay on CRC as well.
Okay, and so Dr. Gonzalez, I don't know if you would like to be on audit committee, or maybe Board Member Heffron could sit on the audit committee.
Yeah, and just to add a little context, Board President Abeta, you filled in for us so we could get through our entrance audit
Okay.
meeting. So this was something that we had discussed once we had our new board member with us, that we would discuss who would cover that vacant audit position. And again, this, just as a reminder, is for the board positions and not for our community members at this point. We'll
Right,
do that
that'll
next.
be, right. And then the New Mexico School Board Association is Dr. Gonzalez and also Partners in Education. Are you okay with continuing to serve in both roles? Okay, so Board Member Heffron,
It would appear to me, I am the new appointee to Audit Committee with Kate Noble.
okay, so
Correct.
I'll make a motion that we appoint Kate Board Member Noble and Board Member Heffron to the Audit Committee.
I'll second.
And we have a second. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, CRC, Board Member Abeta and Board Member Bozay, make a motion to reappoint both.
I'll second.
And second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. New Mexico School Board Association, Board Member Dr. Gonzalez.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and Partners in Education, I'll make a motion that we reappoint Dr. Gonzalez.
I'll second.
And a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so that takes us to our audit committee appointments. We have the list in front of us. Dr. Gonzalez, Margot Shirley is your member and needs to be reappointed, or do you have somebody else? in
I
mind?
have written her, but I haven't heard back from her, so I'll call her after this meeting if I don't hear back.
Okay.
I think she probably wants to stay on, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, and Board Member Bozay, you have a vacancy. Do you have somebody?
President Abeta, I do have a lovely community member to put forward for the audit committee, Mr. Carl Luff, who previously has served on the audit committee as well as being the chair of the audit committee. So he has said that he's willing to come back, and I would like to make a motion to appoint him.
Okay, we'll accept the motion. We'll do it one at a time.
Okay.
Okay, we have that motion. I'll make a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Do we have a name, has anything been submitted by Vice President Noble?
No.
Okay. I would like to reappoint Jim Romero to the Audit Committee. So I'll make a motion to reappoint Jim Romero to the Audit Committee.
I'll second.
We have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then Board Member Heffron, you have a position. I don't know if you already have someone in mind or if you want to bring a name forward at a future
I do not
meeting.
have somebody in mind. I'm searching as we speak, however.
Okay. Okay, so.
What, do I have a deadline to make that appointment?
As soon as possible.
ASAP, okay. Got it.
Will we have a,
You will. I spoke to President Cartier this morning, and she did find somebody for audit. It's my mistake because when we concluded the meeting, I forgot to write down the name. So we will make it at the next board meeting.
okay, but should we have an Audit Committee meeting between now and then? We will have a quorum. We have enough members. Okay.
Yeah, if you remember, the audit committee, the board members are voting members now.
Okay, great. Okay, so that concludes appointments to the Audit Committee. We have appointments to the CRC. District 1, our representatives are Jody Willer and Jackie Case. Dr. Gonzalez, did you want to reappoint both?
They were both reappointed they were both reappointed.
Okay, I'm reading this wrong, and that's the
Yeah.
same with
But
District
they
2.
couldn't have been reappointed on 7/25. That's got to be a,
Okay,
or
so-
until 7/25?
No, you did it. Yeah, and our board policy does state.
7/25?
Yeah.
6
And-
weeks ago.
And our board policy does state in July that we do reappoint our members.
Okay, so District 1 and District 2 have been reappointed, so that's taken care of. District 3, Philip Goodwin needs to be reappointed. Did we know if Mr. Goodman wants to continue, and is Board Member Mobile good with that?
Yes.
Then I'll make a motion to reappoint Philip Goodwin to the CRC.
I'll second.
And we have a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, motion carries, and I would like to reappoint Dax Contreras and Sue Finger to the CRC. So I'll make a motion to reappoint them.
I'll second.
We have a second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. And then both Hannah Patrick and Jessica Johnson were reappointed on 7/25, so Board Member Heffron does not need to worry about
No.
finding members for the CRC.
And I do have
And
union
they're great.
representation. I'd like to nominate NEA Santa Fe President Alana Cartier as the CRC member.
Okay, I'll make a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, so that takes care of our appointments for board committee representatives and board members. Is there any other board discussion or possible action? Yes, Board Member Bozay.
Thank you, President Abeta. I just wanted to give an update to the board regarding the anti-vaping resolution that I had discussed. I don't know if that was July or if it was August, but I've had a meeting with the Office of Student Wellness, and we'll meet with them again next week. So we're trying to make a really big and impactful resolution, and I'm excited to bring that forward at a future meeting.
May I ask, can you give a specific detail or definition of what that is? Since I'm not familiar with it. Sorry.
If it works for everyone,
Yeah.
I would love to send you an email to loop you in on the discussion.
Great, thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, anything else under board discussion or possible action? Okay, taking a look at advanced planning, we do have tentative study session on September 19th, but we also have our next board meeting scheduled for the 26th, so.
Yeah, thank you, Board President Abeyta, members of the board. I would like to ask the board to consider canceling the 9/19 study session and changing the 9/26 regular meeting into a study session. What I would like to have discussed at that study session is quickly leading off with introduction and overview of the facilities master plan. As you know, we're taking a look at it, starting that process once again, because it will lead into the Go Bond election a year from November. And then following up on that brief introduction and overview would be a in-depth discussion on artificial intelligence. So again, these are two things that we've discussed to bring forward, also something that's much needed as far as educating the board, letting you guys know and ask questions of what we're doing as a district with both of these topics, and it gives you the opportunity to ask questions and give feedback.
Okay, yeah, does the board have a problem with making that change? Okay, so we'll go ahead and proceed that way. It says that we have a tentative CRC meeting on the 25th. Is that still tentative, or is that going to happen?
President Abeyta, I believe that the email we got yesterday or the day before said we weren't going to meet until October 16th.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I could just add to that, yeah, October, but it will lead off, or follow the lead off of the introduction to the facilities master plan. Yep.
Great. Okay, and then audit committee on the 26th?
Correct.
And then we will have our study session the 26th.
We will, and just to give you guys a heads up, we may need to have a quick executive session prior to the study session.
Okay, great. Anything else before we adjourn? And welcome our new board member again, and also our student board members. We look forward to working together again. Okay, so with that, we are adjourned.